to try to educate this through generations out of our society?
That would be a very nice and simple way of looking at it, but I'm gonna be real. The reality of what would happen when we get to the extremists on the other side is reflected in the current UK government and how it's dealing with migrants and internet policing in terms of purity culture. It's it's two sides of the same coin. Fascism is necessarily an issue. Does it mean eugenics? Not really, but does it mean the benefit of the people when it's implemented? No, not really. And then we can look to China for what happens when you get consumed with information, with being ahead of the curve and failing to be grounded to the emotional reality of things. You get a nation focused so heavily focused on tech that it's not even seeing its self-destruction building within it. It's not seeing how its citizens are being suffocated by the primary objective of the country comes first, the citizens second. Because they think, well, if the country is doing well, certainly the citizens are doing well. No, no, that's not how it works. When the citizens are doing well, the country will have issues. When the country is doing well, the citizens will have issues. And that's just life. I don't even know what
I
other governments are like becoming their own branch of, yes, if we hyper focus down to this little path of getting things done and just go all in, all in, all in over the centuries, everything will work out fine. When no, life is a sine wave. It goes up and then it goes down. You can't just start going off on a straight line infinitely until you've hit infinity. If you're going to actually live with where the people are at, you gotta remember, you gotta switch strategies. You gotta use the other foot. You gotta turn in a dance. You can't just side shuffle your way to infinity, to stability and peace.
thought life was a highway and we're gonna ride it all night long.
Oh yeah, no, that's the teenager version of things. It's just a whole lot of sine waves stacked on top of each other until you've got a teenager in a car riding down the road.
Also, I find it to be one heck of a statement about how much the US is going too far with technology that literally our push towards technology has actually caused technology reform in China.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then we're probably going to see some other country fall into the weight of caring only about the emotional impact of things, in which case, oh, that'll be its own whole other thing. Because if we all focus on just one aspect of life, then all we learn to do is present for what the system demands. We fail to connect the different parts of the circle together, and we fail to clarify between confusion and comprehension. Fantasies get drawn closer to reality, people's minds get degraded until they're trying to fight for a concept instead of for their neighbor and their own well-being. It's suicidal. It's conceptual warfare, and we're caught in the goddamn middle of it because generational trauma doesn't want to let go of its vice grip, as far as I'm concerned. Does that make sense to anyone else but me? I don't know. And I don't get to know for now. Because you know how we've got to, like, XY coordinate charts and all that? And how we view a lot of things through 2D images? Alright, well, if you reduce everything down to just a 2D image or a 2 by 2, 3 by 3 flat graphable space, then you're going to miss out on important information. It's not just oh hey, we have a circle here. It's, oh hey, we are looking at the intersection of a sphere that might be part of a hypersphere that might just continue on going infinitely. We need to figure out what definitions go where and how they link up to form meaningful coherence that allows us to navigate through reality efficiently and effectively without dealing mental damage to the people. And that is easier said than done. Because everyone likes their 2D graphs. No one wants to deal with the 3D graph. If anything taught me, at least for like the people who aren't interested in math. If math is required in their profession, they'll deal with it, but unless they gain an interest in it, most people just run into geometry and kind of just stop it there and go, hey, yeah, all of this, I don't really want to deal with it. But hey, that's just me speaking from my own experiences. Anyways, what are you going to put on the video player next, Gremlin? Oh, thank you for the head pats and the affection. I appreciate it.
I like hearing your view on things.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
And just
incredibly
that.
passionate. I just usually keep my mouth shut because half of the time most people would be scared off by just the sheer passion alone. And the depth of talk also would scare off some people because they would go either over their heads or they'd feel small. And that, in and of itself, is one of the reasons why I just like hanging around people instead of giving my 2 cents. Because at least that
I
way I get to spend time
enjoy
with
hearing
people.
your 2 cents.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
If if anything, it gives me stuff to think about too.
Yee. Yeah, no, I'm probably gonna want that cello avatar soon, because holy shit, that fits me better than like 90% of the avatars here. And when I make that noise, it'll be like, oh hey, it's a furry avatar. That's not weird. Like, it's usual VR chat weird, not, why are you in a human Abby making that noise? Again,
Good
best way to
point.
get through life is to keep your head down, be authentic to yourself, make sure you contribute to the stability of other people's lives, and try not to draw attention to yourself. Well, actually, no, that extra point at the end was the same as keep your head down. Damn it, I'm still stuck to 3 reference points. I need a 4th! I need a tetrahedron. Because a
May the
tetrahedron
force
is
be with you.
from resonance of 3 comes one more of the reinforcing the structure and stability. Well,
Also, I have good news that you'll be happy to hear.
aw.
People are starting to get so fed up with Flock that apparently people are now destroying Flock cameras.
Not surprising. I wish they'd go after the data centers. Those are much harder to rebuild.
Oh, one person literally takes it so far that he doesn't just break the camera, he climbs the pole, pulls it down, breaks it, and then drives to like 9 to 15 different locations to put the parts at each individual location to make sure they can't find them all, to make sure they have to buy a new one.
At that point, you might as well just take the salvage and use it in your own efforts to fucking screw over the corporations. I'm still wondering how much it costs to make an EMP bomb, for what radius and size, and then how you would have to position it in order to take down a data center, or without to like erasing critical information on people's phones. Because you want to be a hindrance to the opposition, you don't want to be a actual threat. If you erase people's critical data on their personal devices, that's more so grounds for threat than attacking a data center and saying, hey, I don't like you having my data. Fucking zip. Ooh, I bet you could probably do some power amplification and rerouting. You wouldn't even need an EMP. You just need some smart people that could sneak in as workers and disguise themselves as such, and then, oh, hey, we're just doing maintenance on this. Install a little power strip that converts the amplitude or energy of the current electric draw into something higher or stronger than what the servers can take. Set it to a timer so that way when it turns back on, it waits a while. Then have it just go off and all of the servers are down. All of the servers are fried. It would be taking down a key piece of critical infrastructure, and it would also be securing the safety of millions of lives, including the people who you're trying to destroy the infrastructure for, because at that point, then, the only thing that's harmed is the infrastructure, not the people. So it's more of a security threat at best, and a, oh damn, they did that? Oh well, at worst. I mean, you could also probably do that by just hooking up a car battery to like a power cord and overcharging it, create a forced feedback loop, and just blow short circuit the entire thing. That would probably be easier for like revolutionaries to afford. One is more easy to deploy in stealth. The other one is more easy if you just want to go, hey, fuck you! Combine the two methods, actually. Create a time-delayed switch that then slowly charges a car battery before then switching over to the car battery to power the servers and short-circuit them. That would probably be the most effective path. But I don't know the details necessary to fucking pull that off, and I'm not about to search it up because just saying this idea as is already putting me higher on the danger list, so nah, I ain't getting involved in revolutionary activities, fuck that. I've got people I care about. And that's the one thing holding a lot of people back, for better and for worse. The more pressure the regular people are under, and the more that people's general ability to live their lives and take care of their loved ones goes down, the more in danger this administration gets its ass to being burned and torn down. I ain't no fucking hero, but hey, I can encourage the people. Hope they have a fun time with that idea. And no, I don't actually endorse doing all of that because you are so going to get your ass thrown in jail, and I do not want to be held responsible for that. So if you gotta do anything, recognize that you're doing it of your own volition. I just talked about a dumb idea that I can't pull off. You're the one who chose to follow through with it.
Here's something to not get on a danger list. I don't know if you'll laugh at it, but back when I played Rainbow Six Siege, I always found it funny that all of the other operators' gadgets were like a hologram or like a super advanced breaching charge, and then there's just one character whose gadget was literally just, so our reinforced walls are made out of metal, right? Yeah. Hooks up car battery.
be even more devious is if that those metal reinforcement walls had two layers to them. So one end of the battery would be connected to the first layer, the other end of the battery would be connected to the second layer. So it would only get electrified once it takes damage. At that point, then you're just absolutely fucking screwed because it's like, oh, you don't damage this? Well, you just created a bigger hazard. Have fun.
Mm,
I do not approve of endangering people's lives or anything of the sort. Please do not take these ideas and don't run with them. After all, you're putting your own life in danger, and unless we've got firing squads sitting outside your front door, I'd say you don't have a good reason to do it yet. Oh, wait, that's already happening to you? Damn. I guess they gave you enough of a reason. Alright, since they weaponized their lives against you, you have all legal authority to weaponize your life against them. It's the law of the wild at that point, right?
Do you need this?
mm.
Anyways, now back to cute
No,
cat
okay.
videos, because that's much more digestible.